A woman hands over a grocery bag and says, "Thank you so much." Suddenly, she notices a thief entering the store. The thief looks at her and she becomes nervous. He grabs a few items from the store while the woman, the store owner, watches him silently. He walks up to the counter and throws the items down. Trembling, the woman quickly packs everything into a bag. The thief grabs her hand and says, "Don't even think about telling anyone. Got it?" He takes the bag and is about to leave when he bumps into William. William says to the woman, "You let him take things again without paying?" The woman replies, "I don't want to get into any trouble, and what can I even do?" William says, "Call the police. That's what you can do." The woman says, "He's very dangerous. I can't do that." William says, "Then I'll deal with him." William turns to the thief and says, "Aren't you ashamed doing this kind of thing in this neighborhood?" The thief turns around and says, "Watch your mouth when you talk to me." William says, "We're not going to let you take things for free anymore." The thief replies, "Who's going to stop me? Be careful. You know I'm a dangerous man." The woman quickly steps in and tells William, "Let him go. He's too dangerous." The thief smirks and says, "Listen to the lady, and don't forget, I'll be back tomorrow to take more stuff." Then he leaves. The next day, the thief shows up again and puts more items on the counter. Suddenly, a police officer enters and says, "I'm from the police. I came to check on a possible theft report." The thief looks at the woman and says, "Did you call the police?" The woman quickly says, "No, no." Then William walks in and says, "She didn't. I did." The officer asks, "What's the problem?" William says, "The problem is, this guy walks in whenever he wants, takes whatever he wants, and leaves without paying." The officer turns to the thief and asks, "Is this true?" The thief replies, "It's a lie." The officer sternly says, "You know giving a false statement to the police is a serious crime." He turns to the woman and says, "I'm asking you one last time. Is this man telling the truth?" The woman hesitates, then says, "Yes, it's true. He comes to my shop and takes whatever he wants." The officer looks around and says, "But I don't see any crime here." William says, "Sir, look, he stole these items." The officer replies, "I'm sorry, but that doesn't prove anything. And if you falsely accuse my cousin again, I'll arrest both of you. Understood?" And they both walk out. William quickly runs and grabs his phone, which was secretly recording everything. He comes back and says, "The plan worked perfectly. I recorded the whole thing. I'll send it to a senior officer." The next day, the thief and his police officer cousin return. They start grabbing things again and prepare to leave. But just then, a senior police officer arrives and says, "Where do you two think you're going?" The corrupt cop says, "Sir, what are you doing here?" The officer replies, "You're standing here watching a man commit theft and you're not arresting him? Order you. Arrest him now." The thief says, "If it's about money, I'll pay. Just don't arrest me." The officer snaps, "Oh, you'll pay all right. And your father too. Arrest him." The cop reluctantly handcuffs the thief. Then the officer says, "Now handcuff yourself too." The corrupt cop obeys and cuffs himself. The officer takes the grocery bag from the thief and hands it back to the woman. The woman smiles brightly as she gets the bag back. William says, "See? How's that for a plan?" The woman replies, "Your plan really worked. Thank you so much. You gave me courage." William says, "Don't worry, that was nothing. If this plan hadn't worked, I had a backup plan too." The woman laughs and hugs him. If you like this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.